Your birthday today?
No. Dirty rumor. Good afternoon. Welcome. It's 5:15, Sister Cities Commission meeting, Monday, June 5th, 2023. Our first item would be to do a roll call.
Present today we have Ron Wendiger, Carolyn Marty, Steve Balza, Brian Filzen, Larry Mack, Jeremy Reed, John Vorwerk, ex officio Kathleen Backer, absent Gary Klimick, Keith Roloff, Dick Saboth.
All right. Item 3 would be the approval of the minutes of the May 1, 2023 Sister Cities Commission.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion or on the minutes from May 1? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 4 is going to be the financial report, 4.1. On those regards, anybody have any questions or comments on it? Looks like we've been pretty, the only thing we've had is the radio ad for the Sister Cities tour for, that I've seen for any changes, but anybody else have any comments? And then we have the, let's see, so we've got our detail versus budget, and then and the regular special projects fund. So guess I'd look for any discussion on that. If anybody has any comments. Otherwise, I'll look for a motion.
Move.
We've got a motion.
I'll second it.
And a second. Any further discussion on the detail versus budget report or Sister Cities project fund? All in favor signify by aye. 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 Opposed? Motion carried for 4.1. So we've got a few things here on number 5, Hans Joe's Cultural Exchange Program. We've got the outbound Bridget Grothwall intern dates of May 14th to August 7th, 2023. If anybody hasn't seen, they did do an interview, Jim Bartles did. It was on KNUJ's Facebook page, interviewing her with the welcome reception with our tour in Ulm, Germany. I caught that a couple days ago online. Anybody else?
I saw that.
Okay. What'd you think of it? It's pretty impressive that
Yeah,
they're
it was,
reporting.
You know, a real nice job. It sheds a whole new light on the exchange.
Yeah. I think that really was a personalized touch, and I even seen a comment where Jim went to the radio station there and was doing some extra filming.
Kick him out finally.
What's that?
He wouldn't leave his loitering, they had to kick him out.
Okay. All
I
right.
heard anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you media people.
We've got the inbound Evelyn Zettelmeyer, intern dates July 28th to October 20th. And it looks like they've got intern locations of the City of New Ulm Economic Development and Community Development and New Ulm Real Estate. And then I was in contact with Greg and Lori Howard, and they agreed to be one of the host families from July 28th to September 9th. And then Jane, Mayday Hulke, and Jim Hulke are going to host her from September 10th to October 20th. And I'm reading here that Evelyn has booked her flights and chose July 28th instead of July 31st to arrive at MSP. So I don't know if we've got anybody to transport her to New Ulm yet, or we'll discuss that maybe next month. If anybody has any information on that?
The person going down to the airport to get her, they're using their own vehicle or the,
They use their own vehicle.
They use their own vehicle.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we reimburse them for
yeah.
gas or parking if they need it.
And I did see Evelyn was doing the filming for Jim Bartles for one of the interviews, so, and in those regards, so that was a nice little touch also, I thought, when I seen that on Facebook, KNUJ site.
She did an interview too on there as well.
Yeah, I may have missed that one, but she said that she was the one doing the filming and briefly in the one, but on those regards. So I guess we can discuss if anybody's here's got an interest or be able to pick her up, or should we talk to the host families, or?
If the host families couldn't do it, I would volunteer my services to
Okay,
Minneapolis for picking her up.
okay. Well, let me, how about we follow up with Lisa Peisel?
Because if the host families prefer to do it, that's fine with me. Otherwise,
Sure.
I would,
Yeah, maybe we can find out what time of day she's coming in
Sure.
too here, and seeing what the timeline's on. Okay, so we can kind of table that one until we get a little more confirmation of the exact time. I don't see that posted here in the information. And then, looks like we have final arrangements, we'd have to set a date and location for welcome reception for Evelyn Zettelmeyer. Invites will be sent out to the commission, Friends of the Sister Cities Commission, host families, and intern locations. I think July, we have our recognition at Shell's Brewery tap room. So do we want to probably look for August? That'd be the natural. I mean, calendar-wise, I'm gonna have to look here in my calendar here. What do we come up with for, so our meeting would be August 7th. Be the first Monday of August. If we want to shoot, I mean, usually we want to try and keep it fairly, that'd be our earliest, otherwise we get pushed out into September. And
Well, that'd be about right. I mean, she's been here about a week or so, a little around that, then. Should work out, I would think.
get her acclimated. And historically, we've done the Kegel Club in the past. Would someone want to be entertained, checking if it's available for August 7th?
I can do that.
Okay, so
August 2nd.
we got Carolyn Marty's going to check if August 7th's available at the Kegel Club.
The regular way where we bring snacks and then we order some from
Yeah.
Mona, right? Just like we used to do. Does
Yeah.
that work for everybody? We don't need to make it a big fancy thing for this, especially because we're going to be doing the other one.
So if we do our meeting from 5:15 and then 6 o'clock for the,
I'll call Mona and order it. We usually have about 30 people. We have to talk about that when we get to that old business part too.
okay. And then, I don't know if someone's been in contact with Jensen Motors with rental vehicle agreement to assist with picking up the rental, or I know there was some discussion with Chuck Spade Ford.
I think since we just went with the one, we were going with Jensen.
Okay.
Right, because we had thought there were going to be two people.
Yeah.
Do
Keith
we,
might have the latest on that.
Keith?
I might, but because I was looking at Chuck Spade 4, but then we just dropped down to 1, so.
Okay. So we can ask Keith where he's at with that in July's meeting to make
And
sure.
Lisa might even know the answer.
Okay,
to that.
and Lisa for the,
I mean, Lisa knows the answers to everything, so.
that is right. And it looks like we've already covered assigning a person to pick up Evelyn at MSP Airport, provide assistance to familiar. Maybe we can also get someone that would want to drive her around town, or when she comes, and we can, well, once we confirm, we have Jensen Motors, and if someone could be able to get her to Jensen and maybe do a driving tour around the community.
Conrad used to do, didn't he? Contrap used to pick her up and then he'd drive her around in
And
the city.
George Bosbach did that too.
George did it, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Just
take her
that
out to
day, you know.
Jensen, get the car for her, and then
Yeah.
Con used to tell her, that is a stop sign, because this, you put
That's his
stop.
old
here."
driver's ed days.
It was
I had him for driver's ed.
exactly,
Oh, wow.
Controlled intersection.
it was that, yeah.
all the establishments are.
Yeah, the important places, yes.
So, okay.
Is it a rental or a loaner vehicle? I mean,
Loaner.
Do we pay?
We don't pay anything for it, do we?
Play a small stipend, but it's not much in those regards. But Lisa would know what
Right.
that amount is
Don't know.
historically. So, does anybody would have an interest of taking her out to get the rental vehicle or to show her, or is that something you'd be interested in, Ron?
I could get pick up the rental vehicle, and then show her around the different things in New Ulm.
Okay.
But when would that be done? That
I think we
very
usually gave it
close.
a day or two after she came in, just simply so,
You know, and I
not to
don't
be
know,
jet
do
lagged.
the host families maybe want to do that too?
I think
Yeah.
they maybe
I
wanted
don't
to
I
do
don't know if
that
we need
too.
to,
We can talk to them.
Yeah,
because I would think, maybe they're planning on that too.
Because I don't want to take away from the
Yeah.
host families. If they want to get them and if they want to show them around, that's fine with me.
Yeah, and it looks like she comes in on Friday, the 28th. So the nearest day, the next day would probably be on the 31st, on Monday. Probably in those regards.
Well, would Ron be a backup if?
Yeah, Ron could be a
convenient
backup.
for the
I
host
can be the
families?
backup.
Yeah,
If the
that works.
host families can't do it, I would,
Okay.
There you go.
And I've been in contact with the Howards, so
Okay.
I'll reach out to them and see what their tentative plans are
okay.
if they planned on going
What
up
is
to the
her
airport.
age, can I ask?
Pardon me? I think she's 25.
25? Okay.
I thought that's what I read in the bio sometime. Yeah. Any further discussion from under number 5 there? So I think we've done the outbound, inbound, final arrangements and for discussion. So I guess old business would be our Brat stand. And,
we do need to talk about that. We always work,
I want to back up just a
Okay,
second.
let's-
Would it make sense to move our meeting to the 14th of August, and maybe Bridget would be around then?
well,
Because she comes back on the 7th, it says here.
that would be interesting.
that could-
I don't know if it would,
we could see what her,
if that would work for, I mean, it'd be kind of nice to have,
an update
Yeah.
in August before she gets back to school in September
Yeah.
or her studies.
I would suggest too, if we want to push it even further back, the college cafeteria opens up on the 21st, or would be open the 21st.
she'll probably have to be back for school about that time, that's a,
And you've got the dinner
Yeah.
option too.
if she's coming back on the 7th, it'd be kind of nice
she
to
is
have her there
full,
too, I would think, maybe. Maybe move it back to the 14th.
Move the August meeting to August 14th.
I guess we'd have to see if it's available to Bridget first, but I mean, I think that'd be kind of nice if we had both of them there.
I think that's a nice idea.
Do you want to, have you been in contact with Bridget, or could you want to email her, or should we ask Lisa to see if we could have her at a reception on August 14th, maybe?
Yeah, we can ask her and see.
Ask Lisa.
So would Carolyn check for the 14th and the 7th out
I
at?
will, I'll ask
out
her,
at
I'm sure,
Peckham?
and tell her we'll get back to her as soon as we know something. I can do that.
Great.
And I will try and talk to Lisa tomorrow. I'll come a little early before the council meeting and try to converse with her on a couple of these details and report back if something changes in those regards. Anything else on line item 5, for discussion? Or I can go on to number 6 for old business. 6.1 would be the Brat stand fundraiser dates. We've got July 26th, 2023, and Wednesday, August 16th, 2023.
We have a lot of holes, so we need to, Sue thought maybe if we could get it out again, put it out to the friends, because sometimes the friends don't always get it. And we have lots of friends who work that, like Becky Bragelman, for example. She always says, oh, I'll work if I knew about it. And I'm not sure it went out, does anybody know if it went out to friends of sister cities? Yeah, that would be good. 'cause-
That'd be another Lisa question.
Okay, put that, does Lisa read this tomorrow so we can see? Because obviously Kathleen and I are running the whole thing at the beginning, so there. There could be trouble.
Big trouble.
Yeah,
That's what, isn't that the kickoff of Turner? I think the 26th too that day?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I think it is, yeah, 'cause that's some type of,
For the Turner Olympics,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's opening ceremonies, isn't it, or something?
I think so. I think think Dick referenced that when we had chose that date, but
Ask that question.
Nonetheless,
Steve,
people still
specifically.
go
Are the
shopping
does it
and
go
they
out to
still wanna
friends?
eat.
It might, and I just maybe don't know it.
It's good, doesn't it?
I know it doesn't because it didn't go to Sue, and it should have gone to Sue.
But it looks like we've got a lot of the board is already signed up for
Right.
1 or 2 days, so. And a few openings, so we'll get it out to the Friends of the Sister Cities Commission and go from there.
Okay.
And then we probably have to talk to Jane Mady, 'cause she's got the signage.
I don't know, does she still have it?
She had
She's still.
she's got the signage, so I'll talk to her about making sure we get the signage there for July 26th.
And make her work.
We can do that. We can ask her on those regards. And then maybe we can get Evelyn there on August 16th.
Yeah.
You know, that would be another, to get her out and about in the community.
We always made them because they bring dirndls with them, put that on and work the whole day is what we did. We got them off their jobs for whatever day and then made them stay with us all day long. So like to draw people in. It was good. It was a good way to do it.
Okay. And we've got 6.2, delegation visit in October of 2023. German delegates from Ulm, Germany, and Mayor Catherine Abslin of
Albsteiger. Albsteiger.
Yeah,
Albsteiger of Nyolm, Germany. Travel dates October 5th to October 9th, 2023. Mayor Backer, 12 delegates. Do you have any info on that, Kathleen?
No, we put in a request to get the names of all of the attendees with their titles and exact travel information, and our contact person was out of the office for a week, so we should know that probably tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'll get an update next meeting.
Do we put them up in hotels? What do we do? Or do we ask people to put them, how do we do this?
They, at this point, at hotel.
Okay.
And we've got the Statapel band, travel dates October 4th through the 9th, 2023. Dick Seabooth, 35 band members. So I imagine we'll wait for Dick for a report on that in July.
Yes, unless it's in these support documents.
Yeah, we've got a delegation subcommittee meeting notes. So we had, so you had Mayor Backer attended, Dick Seabooth, Beth Scharf was the attendees, Thursday, May 18th. And so it looks like we've got the Park and Rec van has been approved. Need volunteer drivers, preferably a member of the commission. Delegation gift exchange. Mayor Backer is working on gift exchange with mayors of the delegation. Schultz prints, possibly peace pipe from Pipestone National Monument. And tour guides and host families. So Wayne Shopper, October 5th, Guide of Agriculture Tour, and Beth Sharp, October 6th, Guide of the City Tour, and Dick and Sharon Seabooth to coordinate host families for band, check with Sister City Commissioners and Concord Singers. And Banquet would be Searles Bar and Grill. Option 3 will cater the banquet on Sunday, October 8th. And it was adjourned. So, do we have was that going to be at Herman Heights for the location?
It was gonna be at the community center.
Community center? Okay.
And that quote is in there from the Searles Bar and Grill. It was an updated one from the original one that was submitted to the commission.
Okay, I'm just trying to look for it here. And looks like we got roast beef, mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetable blend, dinner roll. 19 per plate, so it comes out to just under 24 with gratuity and tax. So
Correct.
I think sounds like home cooking.
And Shirley said she's able to do desserts in her bakery, just have to let her know, and that'll be a little extra.
Okay. Great. Anything else to report there, Jeremy, from that committee?
Summed it up pretty good, I think, there.
Yep.
Mayor.
Do we need to take action on the budget, or how does that get processed through this commission?
That's a good question. So it looks like we had, while I'm reading here, budget and transporting expense budget, looks like we had three options, and the option 3 was highlighted here on the sheet for total for about just under $1,800, so $1,775.24. And it looks like we got the option 3, the bus and drivers were donated. And it looks like the community center fee was waived. So,
And I believe our discussions was option 3 include, that way they would also be setting up beverages for sale
okay. And that would
with their
catering license.
catering license.
Great. Well, I don't remember if we set a budgetary number in those regards, but, and then was it expected that we'd be just paying for our own and then paying for the guests, was it? Or I don't know what our discussion was at that time.
Up over here on the left-hand corner, it had the banquet attendees.
Okay.
And it's got the band members listed and the delegate, well, you can see Sister City
Okay.
Commission, and the city council members. So I think that was the budget number that was used, was 64 times the dollar amount per person. And then it would be open to the public as well, so that other people can attend.
Okay. So once we get marketing this, and somebody would be taking I guess a head count and then reporting back to someone from the commission to make the final arrangements, I assume then so we're got the proper head count for the caterer. I'm
For the
just
caterer,
assuming.
yeah. And we'd have to check with Lisa to find out, they've done this in the past where they've opened it up to the public. So what we'd have to find out is how we would process those reservations and payment for the public that would be coming over and above the number of people that are listed here, the 64.
Okay. Well, we've got a little time, so we could table this. We've discussed it. Anybody else have any other suggestions for this event here for October?
I would probably say if we table it till the rest of the group gets back from their trip.
Yep.
I would support that.
So we've got a motion to table it. Do we have a
I'll
second?
second that.
And a second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And now we've got our 6.3 would be the recognition award banquet, date and time, Monday, July 10th, 2023, following meeting approximately 6 p.m. The location would be the Shell's Tap Room. Appetizers would be catered for the event with a cash bar. Invitees will be sent out June 5th. So,
Here's my problem. I want to get started on the food, and I will, but I don't have a clue how many Concord singers there are. I mean, I don't have any idea what number we're talking. Larry and I discussed it. We said from 75 to 100 people, how many will we expect? Because normally the Sister Cities Recognition Banquet are about 30 to 35 people. I don't think we've ever had more than that, but that was for one person. so what do I do?
Concord Singers, I would say, between 20 and 25.
And will they bring family? See, I don't know.
That's up to us, I guess, to decide, or if we're just inviting just the members.
I'm waiting for somebody to tell me.
That's a good question.
It
you
is a
brought
good
up.
question. I don't,
I guess I would recommend just the member.
Because they're the ones we're honoring
Right.
in those regards.
so what did you say how many did you think we had?
Between 20 and 25.
Okay.
So now and if you said 30, 35, so
Right.
say 60, so maybe you'd want to be a little strong.
Right.
So maybe 75
Because they offered us $600 when we did this
for your budget.
for the budget. And we had to pay for the room, and then Ted wavered the room price, $75 for $75 an hour. And then I figured we'd do 2 hours, maybe 3 at the most. For the bartender, I think that's what the 75 is for, but we have that free now, so I have the whole $600 to spend.
So you should be able to get some nice light
I
appetizers.
should be able to do that, and I will do that. We were going to go to, they like Gutnessen. When I talked to Emily at the brewery, but Larry said either place, we should check both places, Gutnessen and Searles,
Well,
just to be thorough, which I will. So 75 people, are we thinking that?
are we comfortable with that?
Yeah. Okay,
You're in charge, so for that day, so.
Yeah.
We won't, that'll be our meeting day, so. We gotta
That's
see if they're
cash bar,
available.
correct? That's what's
Correct,
needed.
cash
That's right.
bar. So-
okay, so I will do that, and then I will type it up and send it all out to my committee. Are you getting all my notes when I send those things out? Okay, I'll type up the options, and then we can discuss that and get that going, because we have to have that before the next meeting, so we'll pick whatever that is.
Yeah, I mean, because we're gonna be eating that
We're going to
night.
be eating, yes. So I will have that done before the next meeting.
Okay,
And the only other thing I want to talk to you about is, I sent this out. It's what we put on the award. I just changed it to do Concord Singers. They all got it. I thought Lisa was going to put it on here, but it isn't on here. So let me just read it. And if there's something that is discordant with you or you don't like it, I will change it, but we should get that ordered also. It should say, presented to the Concord Singers in recognition and appreciation for outstanding support and faithful service to the New Ulm Sister Cities Commission and for facilitating several Sister Cities initiatives, New Ulm Sister Cities Commission, July 10th, 2023. Does it still work for Concord Singers? Is it okay?
I think it sounds great.
that sounds great.
Okay. So,
Now, does the committee get that from Printware Graphics?
Printwares were, we
Right.
did last year.
So your committee's gonna have that here? for
anybody else
the-
want to do that? Look at me, look at John. Thanks, John. Do you still have the copy of this? If not, I'll resend it to you. I'll send it again. Okay, good.
They like to be noted also as the ambassadors of goodwill.
Do you want that in there?
I don't know. Presented to New Ulm's ambassadors of goodwill, the Concord Singers.
I can do that. That's
Little
cute.
heading?
I like
They
it.
like to have that, I know.
Thank you. I will do that. I'll add that in there. I think it's sweet. It's different and cute.
Okay. That item has just been billed to us and then we approve it and then take it out of ours, so we don't need a budget for that plaque, because that's been an annual expense. So John, you're gonna order the plaque
You will, I'll send this
Once
to you.
Carolyn gets you
I'll send
the-
it to you tonight.
information. So we've got the plaque coming, and we've got food arrangements coming for July 10th.
Invitations are going out. Who sends out the invitations?
That would
She
be
does.
Lisa,
Lisa sends out invitations. Great.
so.
Oh, and maybe we should check and, did we firmly say we didn't want their families to come? I mean, there might be,
Well, that'd be like saying, I guess, Concord Singers and guests, or if it's Friends of the Sister Cities Commission, or,
because she'll want to know. This took like 8 back and forths to get this done. She likes to know, and not you have to, somebody else handle that part. How do we want to say it?
Whether we're,
If you just either put and guest or we're not putting and guest, that's the debate, correct?
Yeah, that's nice and
Saying
simple.
we're inviting the
the commission.
member, or are we inviting the member and a guest to attend this?
So if I put that to her, that should do it for everybody?
You're going to have and guest?
And guest?
No,
But we've
not and
recommended
guest.
not including a guest.
Not
correct?
adding and guest. And then if guests show up,
Yeah, they do, but we
They do,
won't put it
right.
in the invitation.
okay,
Severely reprimanded.
by Brian.
With the hooks?
Brian will be the bouncer.
He will
Okay.
indeed, standing at the door.
So we're gonna have the Concord Singers and the commission
Commission.
there.
And I will mention, just don't say and guest. I will say that. Otherwise, I don't know what is going in.
Okay,
Because one year I sent, no, I'm not going to go there. Never mind.
all right. Any further discussion on the event for July 10th? So we've got the location, Carolyn's working on the catering, and we've got the plaque.
John's got the plan.
And will the mayor be available to present?
July 10th?
Yep,
Yes.
perfect.
Tap room, are we talking about the new?
The top.
Tap room.
the new-
We could have had the bottom, but I thought the top place is better, prettier.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
The new tap room, which is the old
Upstairs.
gift shop.
right.
I think we've got that covered. Item 7, any announcements? Anybody have anything else or new for our commission? Otherwise, adjournment, would have a motion for adjournment. The next meeting will be Monday, July 10th, 2023, 5:15 PM at Shell's Tap Room.
Perfect.
Motion to adjourn?
We've got a motion
Second that.
and a second. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.